This is a real thing. I didn't mean to stab you with my fake nail. I literally had one request this season. I'm not kidding. And it was, I really wanted, there were two requests. Alanis Morissette and Teddy Swims. These are my two. It was my two requests. I was like, I just wanted to meet you because I'm such a fan and I feel like I know you because I've stalked you so much online. And I just think you're incredible. So thank you for being here on our holiday show.
Privilege. I mean, obviously a giant fan as well.
Whatever, you don't have to be.
All these years.
But wait, do you get into Christmas? We're celebrating the holidays. Were you like the kid to like unwrap your presents and then wrap them back up?
Yeah, so actually there was a time, and my mom's probably gonna hear this now and be very upset, but.
I think parents know.
Yeah, well, this we got away with it. So remember when that Rock Band game came out, like forever ago, and we found out like it was in this big giant box and it was already wrapped, but he had found a way that we could just peel the tape back and we pulled all the instruments out of it and closed it back up.
Yeah.
And so it was just a big empty box in there, completely taped shut. Yes. And we played that game for like 3 weeks and she had no idea that it ever happened. And like the day before, we just slid it back in, kind of. And when she pulled it out, oh my God, you got Rock Band for us?
This is crazy.
Knowing that we had already beaten that game 2 weeks ago.
First of all, you bring it out and they're like, they're prodigies. They're playing it so well.
We had already downloaded, I mean, she probably saw a credit card.
Yeah, slip at some point, she's like, whatever.
Extra songs, like I know she had to have known, right?
I love that. You just take the hairdryer to release that tape, kids, just so you know. Take the hairdryer, release it, slide it on off. Yeah, I actually never did it. I'm pretty sure my older siblings did, but I never did it. I don't know why. I felt bad about it. I don't know. I have a lot of fear.
I gotta know. I gotta know everything that someone's getting me. There's no surprises.
I am not curious at all about things sometimes. Yeah, I'm good with not knowing. But how did you choose the title of your album? You know, I've tried everything but therapy, part one, but I just, well, one, I'm gonna ask you, have you ever really tried therapy? But two, I kind of love that it's the title of the album because I feel like it is therapeutic what we do naturally.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's therapeutic for me in a lot of ways, but I think too, it was something where I wanted to start the conversation within myself because I think like this generation probably is like the first people that are normalizing just talking about mental health at all and getting the conversation going at all because I feel like somewhere like generational, like some mindset where it was like, I'm not going to therapy, I'm not crazy, or I'm like, I don't need that, or I know what's wrong with me, don't, you know, and I feel like we just...
Or in my world, it was like, talk to your preacher.
Yeah.
It was like, and it's like, well, that can be helpful, definitely, but like, you know, also
can't be
people that are trained in another version, another way to give you tools, Yeah,
and so I think just having that, and if I start that conversation, hopefully maybe it'll inspire somebody else to have that conversation and go get the help and do the work for themselves.
Absolutely.
You know? I'm currently in a process. I've talked to a couple people, but I also have been like in this place too where it's doing what we do too, and on this rocket ship that I'm kind of currently on, I also want somebody to kind of help me navigate that and to understand also what I'm at and not like, you know, it's just you gotta find the right person for you.
Yeah, because it does happen fast, no matter how many years, because it's not fast, you've been doing it for a minute, but when it does happen, I do feel like it doesn't, in anyone's career, you could be hitting it for like years and years and years, but when it takes off, and it's so, it's alarming, it's jarring.
I'm just like, and here like, oh no.
Yeah, hold on.
Here we go.
Yeah,
you know?
And then everybody says, oh, you gotta say yes to everything, you never know when it's gonna stop, you never gonna, and then you're worn out. So by the way, take this advice. It'll always be there because your gift is there. So people will always want to, you know what I'm saying? You have a God-given talent that is so rare. Like people always trying to get you to say yes to everything. Say yes to things you want to say yes to, but like, it is important to also say no because you wear yourself out.
Yeah, we're working on boundaries. Yeah,
man,
because I really
I'm not good at boundaries.
I am not good at them.
I don't think most artists
I'm so bad. I'm like, sure, yeah.
Sounds like a great plan. And then meanwhile,
I'm not tired at all.
I'm a robot.
Just keep the tequila going.
Yeah. And that ends. Well, that'll lead you to another album, part 2. So explain your song "Lose Control." I love this song so much. It's so good.
So I was in a relationship at a time, and me and this person were kind of, I think it got to a point where the substance of our relationship was kind of the substances we were abusing at the time, you know, and our highs were just so high and just so beautiful, and the lows were just very awful and became quite toxic, and we became very codependent on each other and the things we were doing together and the lifestyle we were living together, and no matter how much you love someone and you guys love each other, sometimes you're just bad for each other, you know, and we just kind of were dragging each other into just the pits of hell, basically, you know, and we had to separate in order to, like, I think for the best of both of us.
For both of you, yeah.
And to heal and to understand what was going on, because I felt like we were just kind of punishing each other for what you do in love, just punish each other for trauma. That's not right. You know?
Yeah.
It's like,
because you almost have to fix separately and then come.
you
can't
can't
put that
be,
on
you can't be in charge
someone.
of somebody's happiness. You
Yeah,
know? And,
it's hard enough being in charge of your own.
I'm sure it is. Yeah.
His debut album is out now. It's called I've Tried Everything But Therapy, Part 1. It's because you're too young. You'll get there. Speaking of therapy, it is the holidays, and Teddy and I are both obsessed with the holidays. Who isn't, except for Scrooge and the Grinch? But what specifically do we love about this time of year? Well, it's time to break it down with a special edition of Obsessions. This is...
Holiday Obsessions.
That's a new one. That's a new one.
I love this tune.
All right, we love some tunes here. That's right. It's time to embrace our holiday obsessions. I'm going to hit this magical button, and a topic will be selected by our super festive supercomputer, because we are rich and have a huge budget. Then the person obsessed with the topic will own up and sell everybody on it. I have no idea what's going to happen. Anyway, let's go. I'm first. Here we go. I don't.
What do we got here? Gingerbread houses in bulk.
My manager's making fun of me. I haven't seen these. Okay, so this just happened the other day. My kids, we do gingerbread houses. We build them every year, but they come out with new ones that are very exciting. They have a tree house one this year. They have a beach house. They have all these little, so I buy a lot of them, Teddy. I'm not even gonna kid it.
I just can't stand it.
Oh my God, I love it.
Sticky.
I love it. Well, I do it to where we can make a mess and then you just like pile it up in the bag and then you tie it up and throw it away. I do it in a smart way. There's no glitter involved. But no, I love it. I get tons of gingerbread houses and we make them all. Like nightly during the holidays. It's a lot. I like crafts.
Yeah, crafts.
But I don't let them eat it. They get really angry about that.
But the candy's never usually good on those things.
They're children. They will eat anything. Yeah, they will. I let them eat it sometimes.
They're monsters.
But only on weekends. They're garbage disposals, I'm telling you. Like, my son will literally pick it up off the ground. I'm like, all right, free probiotic. Anyway, I'm obsessed with them. I literally brought over 20. Anyway, but we do them all. It's all for a good cause, for cheer. Anyway, your turn. I'm crazy.
All right, let's see what happens now. Rent. Yes.
Like paying rent or?
Or no, like Rent the musical.
Oh, Rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my senior year, I got to be in that show, and I played Roger. And my best friend Jesse, who's in my band, he played Mark, and we were best buds in that. And
I love it.
I could play every character from top to bottom, and I know every word to that whole show. And me and my moms watch it every time I go home for Christmas, and we just watch the Broadway version, the DVD.
Yeah.
We pull out the dust off the old DVD player and
Yes.
everything, baby. It's
Yeah.
my favorite show in the world. I'm so obsessed with it.
This is how I know I'm so much older than you. I dust off a VHS, brother. Just pop that puppy in.
I was
Welcome
around
to
for
the 80s.
VHS. I was around for VHS.
I love that, though. That's so special. I love that musical, too.
My
That's
Christmas,
a cool musical.
like, you know, my Christmas tradition with Mom.
Yeah. Okay, everybody, those were our...
Holiday Obsessions.
I like it. I like it.
The song, the jingle.
I'm telling you, the jingles, they go hard on the jingles. It's very funny. Usually, the other Obsessions is very sexy. We kept it family for Christmas. Teddy... Teddy and I are performing his song Lose Control later in the show, so stick around for my favorite moment this year. His debut album is called I've Tried Everything But Therapy Part 1. You've got to get it. It's so great, y'all. We'll be right back with some holiday gift ideas.